So welcome back to my channel. This is Gamer Dom and this is the Chaffee, the tier 5 American light tank. I'm platooned up with Dynamics, who's in the OI, the Japanese tier 6 Super Beast tank, and we're a Mononovka. It's a tier 8 game and I'm going balls deep. I'm going into the really aggressive passive spotting position. Because when you can get here, if you've got a tank with decent camo and you keep your nerve, you can spot all kinds of things. Look at that. Look at all the stuff I'm lighting up. Now I don't have sixth sense on this tank, so there's a certain degree of risk when you do this, because the first thing you know that you've been spotted is a shell going straight through your front plate. But you can see it's such a good position that even though I've got a tank on my left there, at CDC, he's got no chance of seeing me. And these guys have been worked over. Absolutely worked over. CDC, Jag Panther, he's gone down. There's the CDC. Come on, someone hit the CDC. Someone hit the CDC, come on. RT are raining in. I mean, it's a horrible position. Oh, there's a Cromwell. Cromwell's got behind. He's come up from the river, from the lake side, got into that position. Luckily, there's a great big sort of hillside again between us, so he can't see me and I can't see him. ELC? I haven't shot the ELC? No. And you can see one of the problems with being advanced scouting like this is sometimes you find that all your friends or your team basically stop stop still. And what's this Jackson doing? He's just decided to commit suicide. He's obviously thought, well, that Chaffee's sitting out there, I could do the same thing. But no, you can't. And you did find the spick. I haven't seen the spick, so that's interesting. Now I decided to take a couple of shots because I think there's nothing that can see me at all. And he thinks I'm much closer. If you notice, he's just shot down into the ground not far from him. He obviously thought that I was just over the other side of the of the lake there, but I wasn't, and he's down. Goodbye. So so far we've fired a couple of shells. We've done a bit of damage, which is nice. I'm going to wait for this IS-3 to move up. He hasn't seen anything so far. Oh, and there's the M6. M6. Oh, big hit from the M6. Still slightly concerned about the Cromwell, but I'm pretty sure that the only thing in their cap now is that M6. So once he's gone, I'm pushing up. There we go. Right, moving. And I love the little Chaffee. You know what? When I first got the Chaffee, I didn't really understand how good it was. And then I was watching the video that Man in a Can submitted to my channel where he took this out, and I thought, that's such a lovely little tank, I'm going to go and buy it again. So I did. I bought it again, and I've been replaying it, and I'm having a wonderful time in it. This is so much fun. Oh, there's the spick. Oh dear, I dodged his first shot, I missed on him, and I just clipped him. That's all it took. Somebody else hit him, and I just clipped him and took him down. Just took him down. And then I bounced a Cheeto, and I'm trying to duck, I'm trying to weave, I'm trying to light up what's left of the enemy team. There's the GW Panther, there goes the GW Panther. Now what's up here, anything? Oh, there's a Dicker Max back there. Bounced a T150. Bouncing shots. I'm staying too correct here, it's too straight, shouldn't really be going so straight. Oh, and that's it. Good night. Good night. Just went into the real nest of enemy tanks there. But, you know, it was a shit or glory kind of run, and we did spot an awful lot of their tanks. So our team know exactly where they are. So that was a fabulously fun game to play. I mean, I called it aggressive passive scouting, and it really was. You can see I got right up into the enemy team. Spotted pretty much all of them. What do I expect? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 out of 15 were spotted by me. And a good proportion of those received damage. So it gave me the ace tanker, which is great. I think that's the first time I got the ace tanker through the Chaffee, so I'm really pleased with that. Got spotter, got fire for effect, we've got scout, we've got patrol duty, and we got kamikaze for that T-37 side swipe. That was so funny. I just knew that I couldn't allow him to get on my flank, so I just rammed him basically. Just clipped the corner of his tank, and that was enough to take him down. So brilliant. Finished top of the team, unsurprisingly. Only 444 damage and 1 kill, but 1255 base XP, which is fantastic. Only fired 5 shots, hit with 3 of them, but were penned with all those 3. I took 4 hits, 2 of which penned, 2 of which didn't. I'm amazed. I bounced. I bounced the 150, and I bounced something else as well, but can't see what it is. Anyway, I did bounce a couple of shots. It says here. And we did a whopping 5,451 assistance damage. 5,451 in a tier 5 scout without any 6th sense. Yes, beauty. And that gave me a whopping 58,500 credits. Hardly spent any repair costs at all, even for rebuilding it. Gave me 55.661 gold credits. Sorry, credits. It's getting late, I'm tired. But that's with the premium account. Obviously would have been 36,000 without a premium account, so that's pretty good. And there's ×5 was still running when this game happened, so we came away with 9,415 experience, which is just monumental, just absolutely monumental. So there you go, it's a little Chaffee. I love the Chaffee. I'm really enjoying playing it again. Can't wait till I got 6th sense. It's just a beautiful little tank, and it's great fun to play. A really good passive scout. So you saw the Chaffee playing a more traditional sort of passive scouting role. This time I'm in the AMX 1375, which is the French tier 7 light tank. Carries a 6-shell autoloader. And yeah, I sort of don't really like this very much, but I persist because I want to get through to the bat chats, which are the top of the tier on this. So we're on Winterberg. It's a tier 8 game, and you can see, tier 9 game, so we're, as you'd expect in a light tank, bottom tier, although actually it's fairly favourable because as a tier 7 you're treated as a tier 8 medium tank, which means you could see tier 9s, 10s battles quite regularly. So this is tier 8, so I got away with it quite well. I've rushed up to the middle, an awful lot of mediums and lights up here in the middle area, and I have a pretty slow state at the start to this game. And you know, again, the reason for putting this video in is primarily because I think it just shows that even a little light tank can punch well above its weight. And you'll see, while I don't necessarily carry this game, I think I certainly influenced the win quite substantially. So I'm trying not to expose myself. I'm using the buildings here as much as I possibly can, and just trying to keep those guys spotted, so for my team, but also make sure that I stay safe. And so I'm keeping that T-44 in observation, hoping for the opportunity to have a little shot at him. Though of course when he does, I then miss it and fire into the dead gun, which was pretty darn stupid. So, you know, what are we, a couple of minutes into the game, I've done nothing. I'm still really nervous. There's a T-54 here, there's a T-43 here, there's another AMX 1390, so it's not great. The enemy heavies are pushing in on the cap. This isn't looking too great at the moment, although we're 3-1 up. Sort of situationally you sort of feel that you're not doing so good, but if we can win this hill or the village up here, or put a shot into the 43, at least finally do a bit of damage. And can we take him down? Not quite. Reload. Yes, take him down. Good. So he's down. Don't know what the IS-3 is thinking about, but he's obviously decided he's had enough of life, because he's going to get owned by sitting there. I'm gone for reload, pulling back round. Yeah, so this felt, although we were winning all the way through, it never really felt that comfortable. And I don't know whether you have that with your games. Sometimes you're playing and you think this feels really comfortable, this looks like we're going to get through here. And then other times you're playing it, ooh, and like this one, you think, well, you look at the score and you think we're doing okay, but actually it doesn't feel like that. So anyway, it is what it is. It's 6-4 in our favour. I haven't done anything very much so far. Trying to get shot on that 1390, missing him every time. Don't know where that shell went. One of the problems you have in this tank is it doesn't carry much ammunition. You can see that I've already used up probably almost half my ammo, and the enemy are in the cap. They've got 4 tanks in there. Chances of me hitting these guys at this sort of range are pretty slim, especially not that AMX M449, the Liberté, the frontal arm on that. 190mm of sloped armour. Yeah, not going to hit that, not at this range. Obviously I can snipe for his cupola, then it's fair enough. So I'm reloading with premium because there's 3 heavy tanks there, 2 tier 9 and 2 tier 8s, which is not great. So I can hit, if I can hit the T-34 with premium rounds, I should be able to pen him in the hull, that is. There you go, it's 1 hit. And I'm far enough away that they're going to have a bit of a job spotting me. He's slightly angling now, which makes it much harder. Trying to... Oh dear, here comes the Liberté. So, can we snipe for his cupola? Cupola's only 60mm of armour. Can't quite get it. Put one into the T10, so that's something at least. And you can see our Batchat's bravely taking on this AMX. This AMX, this new AMX is a real brute. A real brute. Now, he's been tracked there. He's not moving his turret. I'm reloading. See me aiming in on his cupola. 60mm of armour there, so even an AMX 1375 can pen him. But I do get spotted at that point, and then I realise there's a dead tank right behind me, and I nearly get myself clocked there. Getting into safe position, still trying to help that Batchat who's really struggling. Can we get another shot through his cupola? Aiming in, there we go. And he's down to 226, and that seems to put the wind up him, because he goes in that hole and we don't see him again. Occasionally pops out, and I'm sitting here waiting to have an opportunity to hit him. But you saw, I've got to hit him in the cupola. That's the only place he's weak enough to be penned. It's 11 place 9. T95 and the T10 have headed back to their cap, rather. Our AMX is trying to contest it, and the Comet's trying to contest it, and I'm just keeping overwatch, trying to keep eyes. I've gone for a reload, again a premium, and I'm thinking, right, I've got to do something here. I'm a bit worried about my job. I think here is just to keep an eye on what's happening. If there's any side shots down the end there, then try and take them, like this one. There's a dead tank. Bounce, just turned just at the right moment, but I did do a critical, so that meant it reset the cap, which is something. There's that AMX. He's still in that little alcove there. But I'm not going in to get him, that's for sure. Definitely not going in to get him. No, it's 12 all now. He was thinking about coming out, you can see. He spotted me, so I need to get back. And I get hit, and he takes out my engine. Fixing the engine, pulling right back, using all the bushes, all the depressions there to try and get away from that AMX. So it's only me, Scorpion, and the Batchat. Batchat's a one-shot to pretty much everything. Can we get a shot down there? No. T10, no, can't pen him from here. That's really hopeful. Bit of a wasted shot, to be honest. Batchat's going in. Hits the T10, but pays the ultimate price. So suddenly it's me and the Scorpion G against a T10, a T95, and the AMX. Now he pops out there, and I was thinking he's going to make a run for it, and I probably could have had a shot on the side of his tank there, but I decided not to, and because I really was hoping he'd come out properly and I'd have a proper side-on shot, because it was going to take me at least 2 hits to take him down. Scorpion's unable to do very much at this point. So I'm summing up what to do here. I'm just thinking, well, if I stay here, the AMX may just stay here, you know, until they've capped out. I've got to at least try and get a reset. If I can get on the flank of the rear of the T10, I can take him down, and if I can take down the T10, I can deal with the T95, because I just need to get behind him where he can't turn around and deal with me. So I've gone for a reloaded premium again. Clock's ticking down, it's 43 seconds, and kudos to the Scorpion, because he follows on what I'm doing here. He comes back and tries to put pressure on them from the other direction. So I'm coming in where I'm hoping they least expect me to come. And the problem with this sort of manoeuvre is you come around the corner, you have no idea what's looking at you when you come around the bend, but it's 19, 18, 17 seconds slowing down, and there he is. There's the T10. Put a shot straight through his side. Can we finish him off? No, tracked him. He missed his shell. Aimed a bit more carefully. Oh, would you believe it? And we finally get him. He's down. I have to move because that T95 is probably rotating round, but the Scorpion takes him down. Whoa. So it's just me and the Scorpion against that super tank, the Liberté tank. Now, he was lost in that sort of bay up there at F5, so I've no idea whether he's moved or whether he's still there. But I think I've just got to keep an eye on it, to be honest. So I get in the bush. I try not to go in the most obvious place here, so I'm off to the side. I've got the Scorpion who's protecting my back, and I'm fully expecting at any moment now the AMX to come out. But you know what? Cowardly Custard doesn't. He stays there. And I don't know what his team must have been saying to him, but they would have been cursing his name, because he was well capable of actually winning this game against the two of us, but for whatever reason he chose not to, and he stays in there right until the clock runs down. Scorpion eventually comes to join me, but that's it. Game over. We win. So a rather different kind of game at the end of it, and you know, it just shows to show that even when you're in a little light tank, you can influence the game. You know, not the most memorable damage done or spotting or anything else done in that game, but I think in terms of securing the win for the team, we definitely had a big influence. It was second class, Bruiser, Fire for Effect and Invader. Finished up second, let's do that right, sorry. Fifth on the team. Well, there's 3 of us on the same amount of base XP. So 1,163 damage, 2 kills, 911 base XP. Oh, before I do, shout out to that Borsig player, fantastic job, and shout out to this AMX driver, Cowardly Custard. What were you doing hiding in there just because I scratched your commander's cupola? I don't know. So I fired 28 shots, 21 hit, 10 penetrated for that 1100 damage. I took 2 hits, both of which penned. Well, I was a light tank. I got 83 capture points and also 50 reset points when I hit that T10 early on. 25,000 credits, but I did use an awful lot of premium, so I actually made a big loss. 11,500 loss. Would have been 20,000 if I hadn't been running a premium account. And experience wise, times 2 for the day, 2,734, which isn't too bad at all. So there you go, 2 very, very different light tank games. First one, Chaffee, very much traditional passive spotting, a bet in a very adventurous and commanding position. This one, the AMX, keeping alive to the end and then trying to do what you can to help the team, and it worked nicely. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, click like. If you didn't, still click like. And yeah, if you haven't subscribed, please do. Please subscribe. Click on the big red button. It's free, it's easy. Rumour has it that they'll send you 1 million gold, but that could be just a vicious rumour. I know, I'll just be pleased if you did. So enjoy your games, have fun. Try not to take it too seriously, it is a damn game. And enjoy yourself, and see you again soon. Gamer Dom, out.